opportunities for citizens to speak. Items not covered on the agenda. I take it if you're sticking with us, you got something else to say?
Anyone else?
I apologize for keeping you all so late. I can sense you would really love to get out of here, and I'll try to be brief. One of the things I noticed as we talked today about the issue with Mr. Wasserman's proposal is even after we talked about the historical issues, the discussion immediately went back to whether or not it met other kinds of codes. One of the problems I see in our code system is that I don't see anything that takes into consideration our old buildings, our historical buildings, and really says that that is a consideration that we think about when we decide to build another building or clear a lot or whatever the case may be. I personally, and I've written this to you in this document, and I've written it in the paper, and I'm sure you've seen it, and I think you probably all know where I stand. But I believe the future of this city is absolutely dependent upon recognizing our past as well as our present and future. We are rapidly tearing down buildings, we are losing buildings, we are losing remnants of our past. I think that is a horrible mistake. I would love to have the opportunity to work with the city, with Paul, with any of you who are interested, to come up with language that should be incorporated into codes that says this is one of the considerations we have to deal with, not just whether or not the space can be cleared for building. But what is the impact historically on our district, and how is that going to create a future that we all want to live with? I'm very concerned by the encroachment of apartment complexes and cigar box-shaped buildings, white boxes, taking over what is truly a beautiful, beautiful city. I think our uptown area could stand to be improved considerably in terms of its appearance, and I think that we will be much better as a community if we take into consideration our historical nature and preserve that and think twice before we tear any old building down. I'm not suggesting there aren't old buildings that shouldn't be torn down. There certainly are. But we should think twice every time we do it, because they can't come back. We cannot get those buildings back. Once they're gone forever. I, for one, am here because I love this city and I love the historical nature of it. Obviously, that's a major concern of mine and many people involved in the Historical Society. We don't want to lose our history. And I would do anything I could to help the community, but right now I don't see anything in the code that says we have to think about this before we just approve this building being knocked down. That wasn't even a part of your discussion other than I brought it up. It was, does this building meet the regulations of 41? That's great, but I think we also have to find a way to say, what about the bigger picture impact on our city? So I know you've all heard that from me, and I think you're all very conscientious people. I hope you've been thinking about that. I will continue to say these kinds of things, and I would hope that at some point we would write some of this language into our codes and make it a part of who we are as a community. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, we have announcements and other business. We'll have a special session on the 11th just to cover case number 1201, and then our next regular scheduled meeting is January 18th at noon. Mayor?
Okay, I have two things. One is right now, even as we speak, there is a meeting going on about the reconfiguration or potential of repairing South Richland.
Okay.
It's at OUN right now. I think it goes to 4 o'clock or 4:30, 4 o'clock.
At least 4.
At least 4. Tech Engineering is actually emceeing it along with Andy Stone and Jessica Dine, our project engineers. The other thing is actually, and I want to thank Harry. You're coming back next week, though. But I want to thank you for your service here. And actually, I did bring you something, too, which is a... and I think we backtracked as far as we could, and I think you've been here for 20 years. Is that something?
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. let Charlene do this, and essentially, here you go. Here's a,
Oh, City Hall. Oh,
it's something smaller for our appreciation, okay?
well, thank you very much.
Okay. And thank you for serving me.
Harry, could you do us a big favor and adjourn today's meeting?
Okay, I move that we adjourn this meeting until next week.
I'll second. All right.
Okay, thank you. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah.